Hi again, coming to you live from the living room again. This time I'm doing a stay creative video for Quilting Daily, and we're focusing on someone I really admire, an artist who lives in Mexico, has traveled the world, and defines herself as a street/textile artist. Her name is Victoria Villanasa. She's amazing. Okay, let me introduce you to the work of Victoria Villanasa. She currently lives in Mexico, and she was really inspired when she moved to London. She likes to mix history and tradition with pop culture and contemporary patterns. She's very inspired by historical movements, activists, and musicians, people who broke the status quo of their time, because those are the people who make change for all of us. So let's take a look at some of her images. She often will honor women, and she will look at, for example, in this image, you'll see that she's showing a woman's eyes, very powerful, looking up as an act of hope. And so she'll communicate that hopeful vision by honoring the eyes in that artwork. She'll decorate the paper with colorful, embroidery floss and yarn and create these beautiful colored patterns that honor the person in the photograph and kind of extend them. Eventually, sometimes she takes these works of hers and places them on the street so people can kind of encounter them by surprise. They're not very large. They're just hidden somewhere on the street for people to find. Very often, the yarn she uses will trail off the page. So she leaves these kind of long tails. She likes the look of that. I highly recommend you play with that too. I'm going to play with that in some of mine. So you're going to need a few materials today. Victoria has outlined in a video for us some of her process and materials. You're welcome to click that link below. It's about a 20-minute video, and then there's another one with some follow-up questions. So there's 2 YouTube videos that we'll share along with this one. Maybe you have some yarn. Here's some crazy yarn that I have that's like a hot pink. She says that she likes to work with any kind of yarn. She doesn't really care if it's wool or polyester or cotton, as long as it's the texture and color that represents what she's looking for. Here's some kind of maroon stuff and some red stuff that I have. She has specific recommendations for crewling needles, like tapestry needles. You want there to be like a point on it. So I have a bunch of needles right here. They're not probably as sharp as they should be. You're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need some tape. She uses white masking tape. This is what I have, plain old masking tape. Lastly, you need some photographs to work on. She says, you will see in the video that when she started working with just magazine pages. So often her work is black and white. I have this fantastic picture of my grandfather. He's right here. Papa Dave. I miss him dearly. On the back it says all these names of people that he was friends with. It says, it's Valentine's Day. They were all dressed up for Valentine's Day. 1937, Hollywood Country Club. So they were probably wining and dining their partners. So this is Papa Dave right there. Okay. So what I did was I don't want to sew this because it's the only one I have, and it's a really beautiful photograph. So I just grabbed some cardstock. It's not even really cardstock. It's just the only thick paper that I had. And I ran it through my printer at home. So this is just, it's sort of like stationery, I guess, like thick stationery. And I thought I could sew on this. Use what you have. Let's see what happens. So to get started, something Victoria taught me in her video is that tape is really good for the back of your artwork. So I have my grandfather's photograph, and then I'm taping the back. And so what she wants you to do is use the tape to kind of stabilize the paper. Thread your needle and knot it at the end. And she says it's helpful for you to pre-poke your holes into the front. So grabbing my needle. So I'm just poking some holes in the collar of my grandfather's suit. And I actually have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm going to learn along with you. which is always good. I'm gonna make another one. I can really feel as I'm working that the tape is definitely helping me, making this process a lot easier because the paper does not want to rip, which is fascinating because I kind of thought it would. So she certainly gave us a gift today by letting us explore her process. I'm already in love with this and I have far to go, but let's see what you do. Have fun, express yourself, explore something, use whatever you have. I probably will use some of this fine thread on this next. It seems like a good idea, but I'm going to stop for today and let you go and have fun exploring. Art class is in. Show me what you do, and show her too if you're on Instagram. Show her.